right, now welcome back. It's time for What's Up and About right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Now, was it Tuesday or Wednesday we had a relationship discussion? We had a relationship discussion, and it was all about, New Year's resolutions for couples. And then suddenly, earlier in the week, we saw some beautiful photographs of Kunle Remi and his new wife.
Congratulations to you, by the way.
Congratulations, Kunle.
Great
He's a
stuff.
friend of the house, friend of Wake Up. But now this other post came out. One of his colleagues in the industry, did a selfie video, and his wife, his new wife, beautiful, beautiful young lady. I have to say, she looks amazing. She jokingly comes out to say, stay away from mine. Your own is coming.
You will be blessed with yours, but for now, forever,
Yes.
This is mine.
You know that kind of energy. Obviously, it was a fun video to watch. But what interested me was the comment section. Now, obviously, by now, he's probably receiving loads of DMs of, happy married life, congratulations, and all that. And she's like, she goes further to say, all of you sending in prayers, she talks about quicksand and some of this. She throws in quicksand in there. I'm like, ooh, okay. Comment section gives you comments like this. Subtly, she's wrong for doing this. The women out there owe you nothing. Your husband is the one that owes you faithfulness. The message should have been, now I'm yours, and here, stay away from them.
That's a very interesting way to look at it. Whose comment was that? You have to tell the name.
Yeah,
The
this
name
is 808 Andy Blaze.
Andy Blaze. That was a very interesting comment, I would say, if you ask me. The conversation between us on that subject went on further this morning regarding whether it was who she should be directing that
conversation
warning to, and what we as men owe our spouse or our partners. And I was telling Titi this morning that, there's a funny thing. My own experience this year, only 4 days, 5 days, 4 days
seriously,
old.
this year already?
This year already, only 4 days old. I've had instances where I identified something. There's always one juncture where you know that it's either going to go left or go right.
Okay.
And it really does not behoove the other party, in my case, the female who's involved. It's not their responsibility.
Oh, okay.
It's my responsibility. So I do agree with that comment.
Okay.
Reason being, there's that one point where you can say no.
All right.
And if you overstep it even by an inch, that's it.
So if it's like almost a maybe.
If it's like almost maybe, I'll give you two instances. One instance was on the chat where I was talking to somebody business-like.
Okay.
And then she says, oh, all I just want is a hug from you. And immediately I identified it and I sensed to her, I am married.
Use that sentence.
Yes. Now note, I did not say too bad. I am married.
Oh, okay.
Too bad I am married would be almost maybe. I would love to, but I'm married. It was straight up. And I experienced like, wait, just a second, Mike, let me finish. I experienced a certain level of, as in ownership, and that was you owning that situation and not even
controlled it.
Tempting yourself. The other instance was at a fueling station where a young lady looks at me. It was a Monday, and you know how we dress and wake up Nigeria on Mondays, and she says, bros, bless I will follow you go. Very beautiful lady. And immediately I said to her, this was on the 1st of the month, remember? Immediately I said to her, they see this thing from my hand.
Wow.
I said, I'm joking. But that's the junction.
Okay.
The juncture I'm talking about, where if you, as a man, put your foot down and, you will save yourself.
I'm interested in hearing Mike's perspective.
Now, don't confuse me where this thing starts from.
I'm sorry.
Legit.
Okay, let's go back to.
And this is yes. I'm really no. Let's not go back to him.
We're still
The instance.
All right. Go ahead.
Because it started from a lady saying what she wanted. From me, I started hearing behoove. I must not just take me out. No, like legit. I was like, wait, what are we talking about? But you didn't want. What if it was your helper? What if it was your helper? You just met in the station. Oh, then you know helper. What if your helper? I will take it to the next level.
See, and that's the problem.
You're not gonna.
Your situation is a little different because you've not put the ring on it yet.
How do you know?
We know there's one babe somewhere.
How do you know?
We know it's somewhere.
Benny, talk for yourself. Don't talk for me.
Okay,
My point is that let's have whatever make. You see, there are no hard and fast rules. For me, there are no. I always say that there are no absolutes. And you don't know based on what she has seen why she's saying so. It will not apply in your own case.
Okay.
And we need to get to the point to understand that, look, somebody can have an entirely 180-degree experience. You cannot use your experience and color the world.
Okay.
You can't say, oh, I do like this and my wife does, oh, man, when you do like this, she does, That's just what I'm saying.
Okay. So
she might be saying, she's saying that based on the peculiarities of her relationship.
And this
relationship or relationships from the past.
Yes, it were, exactly. Yeah. Oh, yes. And then you have to now talk about past traumas.
Okay.
All of that. What has happened to her before?
Yeah.
Maybe it had been from the other person.
I totally agree with you, Mike.
I heard this very convoluted. You need to see like this story. If it comes out in a movie, man, this is some. This I was like, I told her, did this really happen? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, oh man, this is. If I had to come up with fiction, I wouldn't come up with fiction so good. It was two couples from two different sides, and what happened?
It was just weird.
So so people based on what they have gone through.
Well, I totally agree with you on everything that you have just said. I also think that you might not get the idea as a single person as yet.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about that sense of what you owe your partner and how your partner should understand that relationship between the two of you. Now, she's out there telling or warning other women.
Yeah.
But like that comment said, have you had this conversation with your man?
With your guy, yes.
Your guy, does he understand his status at this point regarding you? Because we don't get that right as newly married couple, as newly married men. We don't, Mike. So when you are getting to get married, you will. Let me let's go in on this guy here. Mike, once you put this thing on your finger, you have no idea the amount of sexual attention that you get from the opposite sex. Thank God, opposite sex. You won't be same sex in your case. But from the opposite, it is a big pressure. Like owning it and understanding that this is where I am now is actually a big factor in the rest, in the happiness of your marriage.
Which is why a lot of guys take a longer time to actually take that step. A lot of women feel like they're ready a lot earlier in life than the average guy. Mike, sadly, you are, of course, in the spotlight at this point. Why? Because you've not put the ring on it.
You were talking about Kunle. How do you know I've not put the ring on it yet?
Wow, Mike. Okay.
Focus
fine.
Mike keeps saying this. Let's ask Mike. Mike, are you married on? No, Mike, are you married?
You wouldn't. So the same way. In fact, I even think he even put it out.
Okay.
I even think he even might not have wanted to put it out.
Okay.
And that's how it is for me. And that's how it will be. My life, my relationships is me. And that's it. Yes, and that's it. So I would never get to the point where somebody would have to make me have to say and all over. No, I don't have to. I don't need to. And that's why I like what he did. And which is why I'm saying that it's not so much of a big deal. She has said what she wants to say. Somebody puts in a comment that doesn't even make sense for me.
It's not just one comment.
Because
a large percentage of the comments were in that direction, which is why it came
and it's bandwagon for me. Somebody saw one and saw the response and said, let me just go. Have you not noticed that a lot of people, when they make comments based on what they see. So they go, they look at which comment is getting the most likes. And then they told that line. Why? Because they want engagement. There's a particular point in time when I would want to get engagement on some other things and it's bandwagon for me. So my point there is that, first of all, how do you know she has never spoken to him?
Did she have to? A lot of people were also saying, you know what, the fact that she put it out there in that way. Sadly, it was guys commenting on that timeline that, more, which kind of wahala this guy don't carry. Now, the comments initially... Yes, some comments were there. So, the comments initially were, happy married life.
Did she say something more? What did she say?
She said quite a lot. Don't worry.
Regarding what she said, I do not think that there's anything outwardly, unusual.
Yeah. But there is this kind of overly brazen approach that some women have to...
their man.
Exactly.
Ownership.
So that whole ownership. So it's like a case of...
I'll tell you something.
This guy is in the industry. Does she understand
what the industry is about, how the interactions in the industry go?
Exactly.
That is also a topic. It's the topic for another What's Up and About. This is very true because interactions inside of the media industry especially, and maybe some other kinds of industries, are very different. And your partner owes you that to understand how you interact with people.
I think she was even graceful enough to even say something about yours will come. There's nothing wrong with what she said. I don't know.
No, Mike, nobody said it. We didn't say that.
And she was very cool. It was cool what she said. The comments, I feel, bandwagon.
Okay.
Time wasters.
Well, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Your contributions are welcome. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and let us know what you think.
We'll be back.